Welcome. Let's get right into it. Today, we're doing a pronunciation workout, and we're zeroing in on two sounds that can be really tricky in English, the F and the V. Trust me, nailing these two is going to make a huge difference in how clear and confident you sound.
Okay, so let's just start with a classic example. Imagine you say, "These are my wife's keys." Simple, right? Belongs to your one wife. But what if you say, "These are my wives"? Whoa, suddenly you're saying you have more than one wife. See? One tiny little sound, and the entire meaning just completely changes. That's why this is so important.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll break down the F and V mix-up. Then we'll master the F sound, and after that, the V sound. We'll put them side by side for a sound check and wrap it all up with a final pronunciation test. Ready?
All right, so let's get into it. Why are these sounds so tricky anyway? Well, a big reason is that they show up in what we call minimal pairs. These are words that sound almost identical, like fan and van or leaf and leave. There's just one tiny sound difference between them, which makes them super easy to mix up.
Okay, let's dive into our first sound. We're going to start with the F sound. The key theme to remember here, it's all about the air. It's voiceless. So, how do we make this sound? It's actually really simple. Just gently place your top teeth on your bottom lip. Go ahead, try it. Now, all you have to do is blow air out. That's it. There should be no vibration, no buzzing in your throat. It's just a quiet, airy sound, like
Yeah, the most important thing here is that it's voiceless. So let's do a little test. Put your hand in front of your mouth. Now make this sound with me. You feel that? That little puff of wind on your hand? That's exactly what we're looking for. That's how you know you're doing it right. Now, here's where English gets a little, well, crazy. This one simple sound can be spelled in so many different ways. Of course, you've got F and FF, but you also see it as PH, like in photo. And get this, even GH, like in the word laugh or tough. It's the same sound, just different letters.
Okay, time for our first practice drill. We'll use a really common word. I'll say it, then you repeat it. We'll do it 3 times. Ready? Here we go. Fine. 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 Awesome.
All right, this next one's a little bit trickier because it starts with that th sound and ends with our F. So you really got to push that air out at the end. Let's try it together. Thief. 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 Nice. Okay, let's put it all together now in a full sentence. This one is packed with F sounds, so it's a great workout. I'll say the whole thing, then you give it a shot. Ready? My wife found 4 coffees under the fan. Now you try. Perfect, so you've totally got the voiceless F sound down. Now, let's take that exact same mouth position and just add your voice. That's how we get its partner sound, the V. Seriously, the mouth position is exactly the same. Top teeth, bottom lip. But this time, instead of just air, we're going to turn on our voice box. Let's try that hand trick again, but this time, put it on your throat. Ready? Make the sound with me. V, V, V. You feel that? That little buzzing, that vibration? That's the V sound. And of course, because it's English, there's always a weird exception, right? Here's a huge one. The word of, OF, it looks like it should have an F sound, but nope. It's actually pronounced with a V sound, of. It's just one of those crazy things you gotta remember. Okay, let's drill this new sound. I want you to really focus on feeling that vibration right in the middle of the word. Repeat after me 3 times. Never, never, never. You feel that buzz? Good. All right, another one. Let's really make that vibration strong on this one. Try it with me. Very, very, very. Excellent. Okay, you've practiced them separately, which is great. But now for the real test. We're going to put them head to head. This is where you train your mouth and your ears to switch back and forth between them. And this brings us right back to where we started. Remember this one? Wife's ends with that puff of air, the voiceless F. Wives ends with that vibration, the voiced V. One is about possession, the other is about quantity. It just shows how one tiny sound can make a world of difference. You ready for a real challenge? I think you are. This number right here is the ultimate F and V workout. I'll say it slowly, and you repeat after me. Let's do it. 5,555,555. And did you notice?
The word 5 itself has both sounds. It starts with the airy F and ends with the buzzy V. So cool.
All right, you have done the work. You've done the drills. Now it's time for the final test. This is a listening game. I'm going to say a sentence, and you have to choose which word you heard. Let's see how you do. Okay, game number 1. Listen very closely to the full sentence. She painted a view. So, what did you hear? The correct answer was view. You should have heard that voiced, vibrating V sound right at the beginning. She painted a view.
Okay, one last one. Here we go. Listen carefully. I don't know which is verse.
And the correct answer is verse. Starting with that buzzy V vibration. I don't know which is verse. You did an amazing job. So, to wrap things up, I want to leave you with an absolute masterclass in the V sound. This is from film history. It's that famous, incredible monologue from V for Vendetta. Seriously, keep practicing these sounds. You can always come back and rewatch this workout anytime you need a refresher. And for your final challenge, how many V sounds can you actually count in that quote? Give it a try.